Hey, Chase real estate investors. Hey, what I wanted to do is let our investors know a little bit about market seasonality. So I'm going to just give you a quick little guide and tell you, where we're at, what to expect. And this is especially if you have a home on the market for sale. And a lot of times investors will reach out to me and they're like, Christian, hey, this week I got no showings on my property. And a lot of times it's market seasonality. And just one quick thing about market seasonality, I compare it to something when I was a young guy and I would work in a grocery store. I was a bagger and when I was 14 years old, bagging groceries, and then did cashiering. And there was always something that happened is whenever I would see people walking into the grocery store, and the lines would be empty and we'd just all be standing there and waiting for someone to show up. Then all of a sudden, the lines would be every register is filled, and they're filled to the gills. It went from dead to hot. And, if you could figure out why that happens, why everybody wants to check out at once, or nobody wants to check out, that's something that's very, very similar to what I see in real estate. And so one of the things that investors look at is they'll have a home on the market, and like I said, they didn't have any showings on the property that week, and they're like, oh, should I drop the price? Are we overpriced? And a lot of times it's all dependent on what season we're in. So right now we're coming into August, and this is a fairly typical month of it being very, very busy. And right now, we're getting offers and showings and things like that. But what I want to prepare investors for is when kids start going back to school. There's that little ramp time before they go back to school. Then they're in school. And then after they're in there for a little while, the parents are likely trying to, readjust to this new lifestyle of getting back into school season. So our real estate market tends to slow down a little bit. And so if during these times you notice showings slow down on your property or offers are slowing down, that's totally normal. And I created this calendar that you're seeing here many, many years ago, based on all of my years of being in real estate. There's only a couple exceptions to this, and one of them being COVID, where this calendar was a little harder to follow because it kind of stayed busy all year round. But we were back into like a normal real estate market where you do see market seasonality. You see people take vacations and time off and etc. So I just want to show you very quickly how to understand this, and I'll have a link below with where you can see this calendar, or go back to the calendar at any time. And while you have a home on the market, but here's what I have it set up as. If it's green, it's an active market. Yellow, neutral market, meaning we're probably transitioning into one way or another. And then a slow market. So let's just look at August. So again, in August, the very first few weeks of August are very, very busy for us. This is an active market, and that's what we expect to see. But now, like around the 20th, now this isn't an exact date. The 20th is the day where, everybody goes, hey, I'm in going back to school mode and all that. But it kind of starts right around the 20th, and you're going to see it be a little bit slower that first week. Then once school is in session, there's that kind of that ramp up phase in the month of August, okay? So if you have a home on the market, let's say your property's listed, and on the 25th, you're noticing, not a lot of showings happening on your property. Or maybe, on the 27th, you're not seeing anything going on your property. Don't just automatically go into, nobody's looking at my house, I want to drop price. That's the wrong move to make, and I watch investors make that move all the time at the wrong time. It's what we call an empty market. It's where people are doing other things. They're taking vacations, and the kids are going back to school, and there's a holiday. So you can go through every single month. So right now we're in August. Let's go to September. September is green, meaning it's going to be a very, very active real estate market. October is active. November just around Thanksgiving. December, the first couple weeks are always very good for us. But then I always say around the 15th of December, I expect a little bit of a slowdown. Then by the 20th, don't expect much to be happening on your property in December. But Then we get back to January. The first, yeah, that's still going to be slow. Second, third. Then really the best day to list is going to be like the first business Monday of the new year. And so by far, we sell more of our properties, our investors fixed up, cleaned up properties in January and February. So it's like an awesome time to have a property on the market. It's our inventory levels just go so low. Everybody's taking their homes off the market for the holidays and they don't relist like in January or February. But because we're in a major market, we have people being transferred in and transferred out, and companies don't care if it's January or February. So they're looking for homes, but inventory levels, really, really plummet, and it's awesome for us as investors. But what I want you to just know is when things slow down, you can always reach out to us and go, what's going on? We're giving you a 2-week every 2 weeks, we're giving you an update on your property. We look at all the showings and we're doing a comparison. Let's say your home isn't getting any showings and everybody else is. Well, we got to figure out why aren't we getting showings on your property. But we're doing that every 2 weeks. So that's like a review. But, if you do reach out to me and you're like, hey, it's the 26th of August, and you're like, I didn't notice any showings, I'm going to probably give you like a stock reply of, this is really slow right now because kids are going back to school and we just expect that. And now you have a very, very easy way to look at this. I've used the calendar for years and years. And like I said, I based it off of years and years of real estate to create this calendar just so we always knew, not just my investors, but I also want my real estate brokers to know, hey, don't jump the gun on reducing price, because no one was showing properties that week. Likely nobody else was. One of the best things that we have is we list a lot of properties comparative to like a normal real estate agent or company. We're listing a lot of homes. So we can really see if your home is slow and everybody else is getting action, we've got to do something with your property. But if everybody is slow, let's not do anything. Let's not make any moves, because that's kind of like that being in the grocery store. Nobody wants to check out right now. And then all of a sudden, you'll see it happen. And I know a lot of investors watching this right now have experienced this. They're like, nobody was there 2 weeks ago. Now I've got multiple offers on my property. What happened? We didn't change anything. No, it's just everybody was ready to check out. So, and I know you've all experienced that in the grocery store where you walk in and nobody's in the line, and then all of a sudden you're ready to check out, and then everybody's ready to check out at the exact same time, and you're backing up into the aisles. And, it's just something I always noticed and watched as a young guy, and always wondered why. And then I look at it in real estate, it's the very, very similar thing. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. And as always, check out our website, chaseforeclosure.com. Thanks.